Podcast. Presented by XFL2K.com. With your host, Tron Hawkins.
Welcome to This is the XFL Podcast. I'm your host, Tron Hawkins, and what an episode it's going to be. It's a big episode. We're talking about the first QB1, the QB1 of the QB1s, and team names and logos. It's going to be exciting. Just give you a thing. Today I'm just going to go over the names and logos and everything. And then the next couple episodes, I'm going to rank the names and I'm going to rank the logos. So that's going to be the next couple episodes. But first, let's talk about the QB1. It came out last week that the first ever XFL signed player was signed, and it was Landry Jones. Oliver Luck said, "We're excited to welcome Landry to the XFL as our first player and first quarterback. He's an accomplished athlete with outstanding college credentials and pro experience, and his heart and desire to play football epitomizes the type of individual we want in the XFL. Mr. Jones said, "I am looking forward to joining the XFL and playing the game I love. I can't wait to suit up." Jones spent 6 seasons in the National Football League with the Pittsburgh Steelers and stints with the Raiders and Jaguars. The Artista, New Mexico native, attended the University of Oklahoma from 2009 to 2012, where he set Big 12 conference records in passing yards, completions, and touchdown passes. As a senior, Jones earned all Big 12 second-team honors. In 2010, he won the Sammy Baugh Award, given the nation's top collegiate passer. It also goes on to read, the XFL was signed 7 other leading quarterbacks for its inaugural draft in October, and each team head coach would select the quarterback just prior to the draft. So that's some exciting news. So we know that there's going to be 7 other big-time quarterbacks, and then they're going to be dispersed. The coach is going to pick them before the draft. Let's be honest, though, the reason Landry Jones is there is for Bob Stoops. See, all of us knew as soon as Landry Jones was on the list for the summer showcases that Bob Stoops was going to come calling. So it made sense that he's the QB1. I mean, you got to think that he's going to be with Bob Stoops, and that's going to make Dallas already probably going to be champion. They already said that Landry Jones is going to be a big star. They already said that they expect him to be the cream of the crop of the quarterbacks, and I believe it. It's might be kind of like the coaches where the first announcement was the biggest and the best. But the cool thing about this was it got steam, with media, ESPN, Fox Sports. Heck, Oliver Luck even announced it on Colin Cowherd's show, which Colin Cowherd will be a part of the naming of the team broadcast that they're doing, simulcast. So I think them getting Landry Jones solidifies that they are for real. This is not just some, guy who bagged groceries for a living and then he just started playing football like the old XFL. This is a legit quarterback. At Oklahoma, he had 16,646 yards, 123 touchdowns, and 52 picks. He won all kinds of college awards, broke all kinds of Oklahoma records. But he didn't make a big splash in the NFL draft. He was drafted, I think, in the 3rd or 4th round. Let me look. He was drafted in the 4th round of the 2013 draft. Back then, Oklahoma quarterbacks wasn't picked in the 1st round, like Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield the last 2 years. They was just like, okay, these quarterbacks ain't no good because of the conference that they play in, the Big 12. So he never got a chance. But in his few seasons in the NFL, he did okay. He played 108, 169 yards passing, 8 touchdowns, 7 picks. But he didn't get in the playing time, and that's what Oliver Luck said. You can't just have a great quarterback just sitting there. He's got to have reps to become great, and he didn't get those reps in the NFL. But yeah, USA Today picked up on this. Bleacher Report, CBS Sports. He became the first guy ever signed to a contract. He became the first guy signed because they seen something in them, and obviously, I think they know that he's going to be a stud. This guy could be the first XFL 2020 MVP. And it is possible. He's got to get with the right coach. But damn well he's going to end up with Bob Stoops. There's nothing. I'm sure that was in his contract. But they already know where he's going. There's nothing going to stop that from happening. I don't see him going with Chessman. I don't see him going with Winston Moss. He's going to Stoops. We know it. Everybody know it. It's going to happen. Bob Stoops and Landry Jones are going to be together again. And I think they're going to create magic. With that team, with the offensive coordinator, with the head coach. They're going to be awesome. And I can't wait to see who the other 7 is. I don't think they're even been to a showcase yet. I think a lot of them is going to be maybe 4 of them, half of the quarterbacks is going to be coming from the training camp cuts, like maybe a RG3 or somebody like that. Whoever loses the battle in Seattle, whoever loses the battle in San Francisco, those are the guys you got to look for to get cut and possibly be a QB1. Because, like Oliver Luck's been saying, do you want to be on a practice squad getting meaningful snaps and not impressing anybody, or go make more money and be able to impress people? Landry Jones, as of now, is the richest player in the XFL because he's the only player signed. But you know he's probably making at least 6 figures. He's getting paid 6 figures to play 6 less games, but he actually gets to start. He wants the recognition. You don't think Landry Jones wants to springboard into the NFL? He might use this as a springboard in the NFL. Or he might stick around for the life of the league, maybe 3 years or so, and become a star that they think he's going to be. I still think if he lands in Dallas, which I think he will, they're going to be the favorites to win the NFL. Jones actually recently worked out for the Detroit Lions before all this. He went 3-2 in his career as a starter. So, I mean, he's a winner in college. He wasn't really winning in the NFL, but again, he never got the chance to. Backing up Ben Roethlisberger. Like Oliver Luck said on the herd, you got these guys playing 10, 15 years. So there's a lot of good backups that don't even see the field. We don't know what they can do. We don't know what kind of hidden gems are out there, and they think they can find the top 8 that's not starting in the NFL. And I like to think that Landry Jones is a top 8. Now, if I had to think who other tier 1s is that could have worked out for the combine, my first thought is Ryan Mallett. He was a star at Oklahoma. He was supposed to be the heir to be to Tom Brady like 18 other people were. I think he could be a QB1. He's going to be a part of the draft, so I don't know for sure. We will know in the next few weeks. But we know that they're going to be announced before October. So the next 4 or 5 weeks. And it's going to be interesting to see who gets cut come September 1st, August 31st. See who gets cut. And we're going to keep up with that here at This is the XFL podcast. We're going to keep up with who gets cut, and we're going to keep up with who's the quarterbacks. Because the quarterbacks are going to make this league go round. Like Cowherd said, good play starts with good quarterbacks. So we're going to keep an eye on that and see which quarterback's going to get cut and which one can make it. I love to see RG3 in the league. Can you imagine RG3 against Landry Jones? I mean, come on. Like I said earlier, Nick Mullins, CJ Beathard, Geno Smith, Paxton Lynch. These are all possibilities that on cut day, these guys become QB1s in XFL. They're going to be watching too. That is a big weekend next weekend to see who gets cut and who the XFL is going to be picking up. And I cannot wait for more news to come out. And speaking of news, coming up next, we're going to talk about team names and logos. And I can't wait to read all the carnage on social media when the names are released. They've been releasing teaser pics. They've been releasing teaser videos. I have no clue. Rumor is the Vipers won the team. We're going to see, though. And we're going to talk about it next. So last week, they finally announced it. They finally announced the names and logos for all 8 XFL teams. No more XFL Dallas. No more XFL Houston. We have team names and logos. The wait was worth it to me. A lot of great names, a lot of great logos. Next week, I will do a tournament. I will award points. It's going to be head-to-head, East and West Division. It's going to be East versus East, East versus East, West versus West, West versus West. I'm going to do points for the logo and points for the team name. Add them up and see who wins throughout the whole tournament. And then in the championship game, it'll be the West against the East like it should be in the real XFL. But as we were just talking about Landry Jones, I think he'll end up in Dallas. And speaking of Dallas, let's talk about the first team name. So on the page it says, deep in the heart of Texas beats a different kind of pulse, a spirit untamed, a swagger that cannot be denied, where big meets bold meets badass. This is outlaw country. Inside the lines, this is hell on wheels between the hash marks. This is their home on the range, the Dallas Renegades, raising hell, February 2020. I love the team name. It's not one that gets used a lot in pro sports. That's what I like. You don't hear it a lot of the time. I think the logo, a lot of people thought it was a ripoff of a Renegades logo from esports. So that might be a problem down the line. But I think it's a good name. It's a good logo. We'll talk about it more next week. I think it fits what they want to do. Each logo and each team name goes with each city. So the Dallas Renegades makes sense, outlaw country, wild, wild west. So I like it. I think it fits Bob Stoops. I think it's going to fit Landry Jones because I'm pretty sure he's going to be the quarterback there. All in all, it's a good team name, and I think the Dallas fans should be very pleased. Next is Dallas's neighbor in Texas, Houston. Well, maybe not their neighbor, but their neighbor in the XFL. Resolute, ripping with heat, it says on their team page. Railing against fatigue, unceasing, and often unseen, they labor deep in the trenches, mercenaries in the muck, brawlers in the blackened dirt. Not just for 3 hours, not just when the lights are bright. They are scratching, grinding, never-bending few. The Houston Roughnecks, going to work for you. February 2020. The cool thing about this is it's a throwback, the logo and the name, to the Oilers. Even the logo looks a lot like the Houston Oilers name. But I think it's a good throwback to the Oilers, which makes sense because Oliver Luck being there. Oliver Luck was the backup to Warren Moon and stuff in Houston. So he knows the area. He probably had some say in that. So the Roughnecks name is very great. It's very good. XFL Newsroom, he's a Houston. He lives in Houston. He's a Houston Roughnecks fan. I'm sure he's got all kinds of merchandise now. You'll probably see more stories about them than any other team on the website. I'm just kidding. All in all, I think it's a good name. It goes with the Renegades. It makes sense with the Texas area. Next is a team I really didn't like the name of, and that's LA. Not only do I not like the name of it, okay, so all the teams' logos make sense with their team names. And we'll talk about those a little bit later on. LA's logo, to me, don't make a lot of sense. I get that it's LA, so you want to have the big LA like the Dodgers and all of them have. But with a name like this, I think they could have done better. And if you scroll down to their page, there is an alternate logo for them, and I think that would have been a much better logo. In the land of bright lights, far from the flash and fame, they already begun to prowl, enter the den and be dominated. Run away and be ripped apart. This is prime time meets primal instinct. This is showtime with a snarl. This is our time to roar. The LA Wildcats, unleashed, February 2020. It's like they went, hey, what's the most generic name and logo we can do? I'm not going to, spoiler alert, LA's not going to probably win any of the matchups next week in the logo and name tournament, but it's possible. It's one who I got them going up against. I'm going to do like a random drawing and see who's going to go or who's going to face who. It's going to be a great episode next week, the tournament. And hopefully we have more quarterback news, so stay tuned next week. But yeah, it's like they like, hey, what's a random name generator? All these other names are creative, never been done before, and then Wildcats. I mean, if you're listening to this and you might know something I don't about the name Wildcats in LA, let me know. But I just don't like it. I think that's a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people liked it on social media. But yeah, I think a lot of LA fans are kind of disappointed. It's like, oh, Wildcats. That's the best. That's the best we can get. Wildcats. Okay. So I think they could have did better with LA's team name. Next is one of my favorites. It was the New York team name. I love the logo. I love the team name. It'll probably be the first shirt I'll get from the XFL. Centuries carved out of stone. Watchdogs over the metropolis. A prehistoric predator. A beast evolves. Turned loose in a new kind of jungle. All teeth and talons. Eyes unblinking. They know fear because they feed off of it. They are the first line of defense, and there is no need for a second. The New York Guardians, on duty, February 2020. I love the logo. It's like a gargoyle / kind of gorilla looking thing with bloody teeth and red eyes. But it's just something about it I like. I love the team name. I love how, gargoyles guard over the city. I wish they'd have went with the Gotham Guardians. I think that'd be cool. Like they shortened it like they did like another team we're going to talk about last. But I like it. I think it's a good team name. I think it fits the city. I love the logo. It's going to look great on helmets, like a red and silver, hopefully. So I love it. I love the team name. And I think it works for New York. And I think it might be the winner of some people's best team name and logo. I love it. I love it. I love everything about the name and the logo. It surprised me I loved it so much. Hopefully the team is as good as the logo is. The next one was St. Louis. This team makes sense. This team name does, considering aviation in St. Louis and a lot of the bird names, like cardinals and stuff. Winged warriors, preparing to fight. They await their orders, then attack as one. Diving, dodging, swooping, striking. The mission, create chaos. Their mandate, win at all costs. the St. Louis Battlehawks. Cleared to engage. February 2020. Now, the cool thing about this logo is it has an Easter egg. If you flip it upside down, it spells STL. Love it. Also, I read that the two T's connected is pi, and St. Louis's area code is 314. So it's awesome. It's an all-around awesome name, awesome logo, and it's the first modern football team born in St. Louis. So the St. Louis Battlehawks is a great team name. I love it. I didn't like it to begin with, but it's grown on me since I found some of the Easter eggs and stuff. I'm like, it's a really cool team name, and I'm happy for St. Louis to have the Battlehawks. Next is another one that's kind of grown on me a little bit since it was announced. I love the color scheme, and I can't wait to see them on helmets and stuff. And it'd probably be one of the other shirts I buy just because I love the logos. I don't have a dog in this fight in the XFL. I just love good football, and I love the XFL coming back because I remember it as a kid, and that's why I'm excited about it. That's why I make the podcast. It's just a nostalgia thing, watching it with my parents and stuff. This one's Seattle. I think this one could be a lot of people's favorites too. The logo is awesome. The colors is awesome. Blue and green, kind of like the Seahawks, but also some orange in there for, fire from a dragon. Get it? Because they're the dragons. Rising from the turbulent sea, beneath the darkening skies of their weather-hardened home. Relentless, ruthless, ravenous. Not a mythology, but a muscle and might. Not a folklore, but a football. This is your darkest fantasy in cleats. The Seattle Dragons, breathing fire. February 2020. Love it. I love the logo and stuff. Even Jim Zorn's like, yeah, we got blue and green and a little bit of orange in there. So the orange is different. It's different for Seattle, but it sticks kind of with their theme. I love it. I love the dragon name. We're going to get more into it, the logo and everything, the next episode. But I love everything about Seattle's team name and stuff. Now, they might not have the best coach in Jim Zorn. Sorry, Jim. But the logos kicks ass, and Seattle should be happy. To be proud of that team name. Going to look good on helmets for sure. And the jerseys. Next is Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay was one of the shock teams when they got it. I was kind of shocked that Tampa Bay was one of the cities they went to. It makes sense, with them being in Florida, and they need a Florida team. They don't want to go back to Orlando. Every league needs a Florida team. But here we go. On their fan page, on their page. There's alternate logo for this one too, as well as the Roughnecks and I believe Los Angeles. This one's a Viper because of the Vipers. But yeah, scroll down on their team page and you will see alternate logos. I think there's only 3 or 4 of them that's got alternate logos, and Tampa Bay is one of them. In the shadows they wait. Demons born in darkness. Hunters by instinct. Cold-blooded by nature. Their bite unavoidable. The grip inescapable. They slither and stalk the competition, luring all that challenges them into the jaws of defeat. The Tampa Bay Vipers, ready to strike. February 2020. The thing is there a lot of, and if you're listening to this, let me know. Which I hate to admit it, I think Tampa Bay's gonna have the lowest fan base. Just being honest. But if you're a fan of Tampa or you live in Tampa, answer me this. Are there a lot of snakes in Tampa? Am I missing something? Like, a lot of these team names make sense, but the Vipers just didn't fit with me in Tampa Bay. That and the Wildcats in Los Angeles. Those are, to me, the 2 worst team names. But again, we'll get into it next week. But yeah, I just didn't like the Vipers or the Wildcats. Everything else is great. Everything else I love. Especially this next one. This is the last one. It's D.C. Not Washington, D.C. I like how they just kind of shorten it to D.C. for this because it makes sense. On the shoulders of giants, they stand tall, unconquerable, unyielding, marching ever forward, a force united, one quest, one purpose, one resolve, seeking glory through grit, victory through valor. The DC Defenders taking their stand, February 2020. Now, I've seen a lot of people crap on this name new. It makes sense because of the military. It's Washington D.C. It's the nation's capital. But to me, DC Defenders, it sounds like an MLS team, which, I'll overlook, kind of help start. I just like it because of the military. I like the military name. I like DC Defenders, kind of raw off the tongue. So I don't mind it. It does, I don't want, go Defenders. They're on offense some. So, I get why some people don't like it. But for the purpose of the military being in DC and always been, defending the nation, it makes sense, unlike a lot of these team names. Honestly, at the end of the day, the final review for these team names, I love them. Some of them are kind of cartoony and stuff. Some of them like Vipers and stuff seem kind of lazy, and Wildcats. But the rest of them are wonderful, thought out, and I think everybody realized that this was worth the wait, and we just need to stop doubting the XFL at this point. So kudos to the XFL. I can't wait to see the jerseys. I can't wait for the draft. I can't wait to have all the big-time quarterbacks signed. We're going to talk about that on future episodes. So I can't wait. We're getting there, guys. We're getting closer and closer to 2020. Check out XFL Newsroom for the latest stories on players signing, the draft pool, quarterbacks, and all that good stuff. Check out our Discord, XFL. I think it's Newsroom now, Discord. And come chat with us. Follow me on Twitter at XFL Podcast and on Facebook at XFL Podcast. I'll see you next week. Hopefully more player news, and we're going to have a tournament for the name and logo, see which one I think is the best. Thank you, and have a good night.